Coming off a big win last night against Missouri Valley, the focus today is a little bit of rest. At the same time, you have to mentally prepare more for your next opponent. These Thursday, Saturday combinations that we have in our conference are very challenging for all teams. Last night took a lot out of us, but I think when you come out on the winning side, it doesn't take as much out of you, especially when you play at home. So I feel very good today about the team, our mental approach. Physically, I think anytime, again, you're coming off a little bit of a winning streak, you feel pretty good about things. So we looked at it today, and January the 9th was the last time that we experienced defeat. That's a good thing. We've spent a good 3 weeks now on the winning side. The challenge now is for us to be very focused going in on a very tough trip against a very good Baker University team. And I say it because many might look at their record and their standing in the conference and they'll say, well, you know, they're not up one of the top teams in the conference and shouldn't be that tough, and that's everything but the truth. I think last night, if you look at the standings, you had a Peru State that jumped into Benedictine, who just jumped to the top 10 in the nation and beat them on their home floor. You never know what to expect in our league, especially this year. You know, it's one of those things where the top teams are being challenged by the bottom teams. Avila University takes Evangel all the way to 2 points on Evangel's home floor. So for us, being a game where Baker got us on our home floor first semester, it's a tough challenge for us because of the matchups. They're a very quick team. They're not a big team. We're not a big team. But I think they're a little bit more athletic than we are. I think they're a little quicker. I think they attack the basket a little better than we do. So contrasting styles, a very similar style to Peru State, for example, as far as attacking the rim and getting to the free throw line. So I think today our focus is more mental. Our approach to Baker is learning about tendencies as much as it is executing our plays or learning their plays. But I will say that it's a lot better situation when you're on a little winning streak than it is when you're struggling and you're trying to regain yourself. That's where Baker is right now, and it's important for us not to allow them to feel comfortable. But if I had to be honest, I thought they were very comfortable playing against us the first semester. So we might be an easier matchup for Baker than a lot of teams, and if that's the case, we're going to have to find a way for us to make sure that we're establishing ourselves early, staying to our game plan like we had the last few games. But when we looked at our tendencies for this semester, we play very well on Saturdays. This will be our fourth Saturday game this month, and the last three were very successful for us. So Avila, Mid-America, and Peru State, I believe, were the three Saturday games. And so I feel good about that. Saturdays are tough games. They're afternoon games. The road trips, you have to get up early. You have to prepare yourself. So all those go into preparation for playing tough road conference games. So we're preparing very well today. We have more work to do here later on this afternoon. We're looking for a challenging and exciting matchup with Baker tomorrow. Well, I don't know if there's not any players, I think, from Baker that are going to be a focus. They're a very well-rounded team. I think one would look at, they don't have any of the top scorers in the conference, but they have 5 players that are averaging probably between 8 and 9 and 13. I think Carter is their leading scorer right now with 13. I believe he might have led them in scoring when he was here, but I don't think that we'll worry about any one particular player. Like occasionally a team will have one player that'll be averaging 17, 18 points a game, and we feel we have to stop them. That's not the key with Baker. Baker, it's important to establish your game plan and keep them from running theirs. They'll be very patient on offense. They're very aggressive on defense. They charge the boards, and they get to the free throw line. And if we had to do anything, we want to keep them off the free throw line. If I looked at the success of Mid-America over Baker last night, it was because Mid-America shot a lot more free throws than Baker. They kept them off the free throw line, unlike the first time that they played. Against us the first time, Baker had probably 2 or 3 times the number of free throws that we did. And that was an accumulation of all their players. So the key for us is, as a team, we really have to maintain our strategy and play strong team defense and not allow them to be as aggressive. Because, if you let Baker be the more aggressor, they're going to be the successful team. So for us, it's not to key on any one individual, but to establish the overall team concept.